Fly Granny BK. I'm a positive aging influencer with particular focus on, being fly at this age and a positive and vibrant lifestyle over 50 in every area of life, including relationships, fashion, and lifestyle. Hi, y'all.
All right, hold
Yeah.
on, y'all, because you don't want to know what happened. So,
Mhm.
hello, Silver Sister Speaks, and you just got a chance to meet Adelina. Next, let's meet Sheila. Go ahead, Sheila.
Hey guys, I'm Sheila Agnew McCoy, senior fitness coach, as well as a age positive advocate. My passion is helping people realize and move to really their health and fitness goals through fitness, through mental, through spiritual consultation, and that's a little bit about me.
And I am Traci Byerly. I am unapologetically gray. I help women and men to create a confident, prosperous attitude about aging so they can master it unapologetically. And as you can see today, we are letting ourselves glow and not go. Compliments of the Unapologetically Gray brand, and I thank my Silver Sisters for supporting. So today, that is our topic, and I am going to kick it off because I have the one that is the least popular, and that would happen to be when it comes to our glow, the inner essence glow, the inner essence that most people never really try to present, that consists of our minds and our hearts. Our mind is more or less the influencer, but it is our heart. And that's where our glow starts right there. And it just so happens that our inner essence becomes an enemy when we morph into someone or something that we're not. Then you've got the Hatfields and the McCoys fighting. And wherever you go, there you are. And if you think about it, as you've morphed maybe into something that you or someone you're not, then you have well meaning adults from childhood, perpetrators throughout life. You have society who is dictating who and how we're supposed to be and the roles that we take on. And then all of a sudden, the glow goes dim. And it may be that you might need someone to help you, and your mindset is probably the key factor. What do you think about yourself, who you are, and how you are? Because it determines the intensity of your flame. And sometimes you might need a therapist to help you uncover that masterpiece of who you are, that inner person. Or you might need a thought partner who is very well in listening, aka a coach, or a friend that can listen to your inner essence as you speak about who and how you are.
Mhm.
It's so important. If you've never done this, I invite you, get in front of a mirror. I invite you, have the journal, have your thought partner, and listen to the person who's within, because that person within does not lie. That's your glow. And your glow is going to expose itself one way or another. People are going to see it through your eyes. People are going to be able to tell it through your speech. People are going to be able to tell it in your actions, or if you never do anything at all. Just know that when you've morphed into someone or something that you're not, you've let yourself go. But when you begin to dig into the masterpiece, and pull that truth out about you that has your DNA of your life, your blueprint, that is where you begin to let yourself glow. What's in you comes out of you. And wherever you go, there you are. And here's your litmus test. Are people going to be horribly repelled by you because of the negativity, the intensity of your fire is just so negative? Or are you where your glow is so dim that people don't know you at all? Or are they happily receptive of you where they're saying, oh, there is something so special about you. I am so drawn to your. When I grow up, I want to be just like you. I say, check your glow, get your help, bring that healthy glow back to you. That is your inner essence, where my sisters are going to begin to build on how that inner essence plays out. Take it away, Sheila.
Hey guys, wow, that was really a great lead in because I'm going to talk about glowing as your authentic self. Who are you? Who are you really? Do you show up as who you are? Do you show up as an authentic person? I know I've had some experiences the last 3 weeks. I've showed up on social media and then I've showed up behind the scenes as a caregiver for my mom. And that's both of it is a light. I'm shining my light on both mediums, but one is different than the other. So shining your light is like a spotlight. It can go in different directions. So no one has to know all of what you do, but you know that when I'm on social media, I'm on one light, but at home or behind the scenes, I'm in another light. But either way, my light is shining because God, knows that my mom can be difficult, but I love it and I wouldn't want to do anything else. So your authentic self, that's my kind, that's my heart, that's my love. And then I have an outside persona, but it's still authentically me. I'm going to show up as who I am. And that's really what the glow is. The glow is about what's inside of you. The glow is about how you attract people, and you attract people with your divine beauty. And I say that because as we age, you better start embracing it because the older you get, I'm 73, I know, the more you're going to have to reach down and pull up a cup full of courage, confidence, and strength to get through the things that you may have to go through in the aging process. And one of those that we talk about is dating. Are you attracting the people that you want to attract? Are you attracting anyone? Well, it has been a long time since you've attracted someone. Then maybe we should look at our flow. What kind of energy are we letting out? First of all, we need to find that energy source. And that energy source for me is God. That's the receptacle that I like to plug into because when I plug into that energy source, I know that even if it's a dark path that I can see, because even if it's a small road, I can see. So you have to find that thing that brings your energy back if you've lost it, or continue to let your energy go. So when I say divine beauty, I mean the kind of beauty that you will not get on TV, you will not get it in a magazine, and you will not get it from someone else. It's all within you. And that kind of glow will allow the people or persons that you want in your life to be there. And it doesn't have to be just women having that glow. It could be men that have that glow as well. I actually just talked to my gardener before we got on, and I asked him what attracted him to his wife. And he told me that she was smart. He used to cut her grass. He was the landscape guy. And he said he told her one day that he had to let her go because he got a big contract and he had to let all the little people go. And she was kind about it. And so when he came to pick up his check, he asked her for a date. 6 months later, they were married. They've been married 20 years. They had blended families. They raised 5 grandchildren together that were blended families. So you know, but he said, I like that she didn't think down on me because she had a big job and I was a gardener. And she never made me feel like I was beneath her. So that was because his light was glowing, his light was shining. So we just have to come to grips with what we want in our lives. And we want to know that it comes from within us and who we attract. I always tell my daughter, I said, when you, as a young girl, I told her, I said, when you walk into the room, own that room. Make like it's a penthouse and you own the penthouse. Okay, walk into it, and I don't mean be extra crazy or anything, but just walk into whatever situation you're walking into with confidence. So if you're going to a party with 3 ladies, don't be the third person. Tell them, y'all go ahead on. I'll come in a little later. And you walk in by yourself because you got your individual light that's glowing. I'm just talking like about what I know because I know what it takes to attract people. And I know that if I want to do a business or if I want to do personal, if I want to attract the guy or whatever, I'm going to be my authentic self. How you show up is how people will receive you. Be the magnet. Be the magnet. I don't care. Don't walk outside with your hair bonnet on going to the store. No. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
No,
Okay?
no,
Don't do that.
don't do it.
That is not a magnet.
No.
Okay? You don't have, you could just put on a jeans or a pair of shoes or slacks or whatever. But you have to understand that what you want to attract, you have to be that person. Because I know I'm out all the time. I see people, I saw 3 people, 4 people this weekend that knew me from social media. And it makes a difference how you show up when you go out. So remember, your glow is your flow. Start walking with the glow. Start talking with the glow. Start speaking with the glow. Start being that glow that you want people to be, that you want people to see in you. And it doesn't mean you have to dress up all the time. It just means that your character, your personality, your confidence, and stop allowing the wrong people to plug into you because you have that low self esteem. Your light is low, your light is dim. And that's really what I say when I say glowing, what I mean when I say glowing as your authentic self. Come as you are does not mean anything you want to come as. It comes as what it means what you want to attract to you. Okay. And what do you have to say about that, Adelina?
Well, thank you, ladies. That was really beautiful, both of you. But Sheila, can you hear me, ladies? Okay. But Sheila, what you said about letting people plug into you and, letting the wrong people plug into you can dim your glow, can dim your light. So that was beautiful. And then thank you, Traci, for the inner glow manifesting outwardly, and then Sheila, the authentic self glowing, which leads to me actually the outer glow, which is important. And Sheila, you touched on that. Sometimes we think that because we're older, that we should be invisible or we shouldn't be flamboyant or shouldn't allow ourselves to show ourselves the way we really are anymore. I've had comments said to me, probably you guys have had it too. Sit down, Granny, just sit in the corner, Granny. What are you doing on social media? But you know what? It's a new day, and we reserve the right to glow even more with the wisdom that we've gleaned through the years. So it is okay to give ourselves permission to, number one, still be sexy and beautiful and sensual. Who said that stopped over 40, 50, 60?
Mhm.
Look at these lovely ladies. Sheila's always sashaying with her body conscious dresses. because she looks amazing. And my sister Traci always looks beautiful because we're allowing ourselves to glow. We've all embraced our gray hair. That was a process for me because I was kind of hiding behind the dye. And then once I embraced the gray, I feel like I embraced my whole self. And I think that, I reinvented myself. And all of a sudden, I didn't care as much about what people thought. I even wear different colors and things like that now that complements my gray hair, where I used to wear black all the time in New York City. But now with the gray hair, I explore colors and it works. Everybody's different, but that's something that really changed for me. So we've embraced our gray hair with grace, and that's part of our glow. Um, Dressing with confidence, right? Like, wear what you feel is appropriate. I still wear shorts and I get comments about, that too. Not a lot, but but I'm going to wear what I feel looks right, and um, I think we can feel free to do that. Um,
I think that that's a part of your confidence is being free to wear what you want to wear,
right,
whether it's a bathing suit or shorts. Take
right.
off them covers.
I know, and hey, we have cellulite, we have wrinkles, we have whatever, and it's okay. There are trophies for living this long, and thank God we're here, and we shouldn't be afraid to show it. Um, and we shouldn't be afraid to do beauty treatments. I'm not saying we need Botox or all that stuff, but we can take care of our skin. We can feel good about doing things that enhance beauty. There's nothing wrong with that. So, and also your mindset and your self care, all of that will manifest outwardly if you're taking care of these things for yourself. And as Sheila said, once you're glowing in that way, you can attract a partner that's looking for these things in you. So that's just my little piece of expressing yourself in this season. Don't be afraid. I mean, we're here. We might as well share what we have with the world, because the world is actually wanting our wisdom too.
Yeah.
So, you know, as we see, a lot of people are listening to what we have to say about relationships and things. They're hungry to hear it, so we're here to share it, and we want others to glow along with us.
Yeah, I saw a post other well, just I think it was maybe just yesterday, where a lady posted. She said, "I'm going on a date, but I don't think he's ready for this." she, she had on a yellow, like a tulle dress, really nice fitting to her body, and she had her hair was beautiful and everything, and I loved it. I went back and looked at it about 2 times because I said she is she is glowing. She was
Yeah,
glowing. And
yeah,
yellow is the color this year, guys, for the
yeah.
summer. So glow with your. I know people say, "Well, I don't look good in yellow." It's different shades of yellow,
That's right.
and you can find something that makes it bright because that it was just glow. And what she said really kind of caught my attention. The first thing that caught my attention, she said, "I'm going on a date." You know, and we could go on dates. Don't forget, we can go on dates and it doesn't have to be love. And people have a hard time accepting that for whatever reason. And it doesn't have to, you can't say, "Oh, he's the one," because
Right,
he asked you on the date, because you are
right,
going to get disappointed. And so you allow that person to see who you are as a person, and maybe that can really lead into other things. But if you start out with all this, "Well, I got 10 kids and they get on my nerve and I can't stand my job," and all that, just have a conversation that shows the beautiful you, the divine you.
right,
Right.
right. And that allows them to see exactly who you are without putting any filters. And that way, it's like, hey, you get what you get. This is what I am. I'm not going to. be acting. This is me, take it or leave it.
Right.
So
Leave your representative at home.
yeah,
I think that
go ahead.
I think that one of the things that I think that we also need to think about when we're talking about over 40, 50, 60 and beyond dating. And one of the things that's so important is that people get discouraged a lot. I find that some of the comments we get people who may have never been married, have not been married in a long time, or are widowed, and how difficult it is for them to even get it off, ask the date. And I think that it goes beyond just our glow. It's also what we do, where we go, what we do, the people we're being around. We used to tell my sister, why are you around the same people? You go to the same places, it's the same people. So try to expand your horizons and not always be doing the same thing and not always be the person that says yes and you're the person that's behind while everyone else is sitting down eating or whatever. Try to do something different. There's so many different things that are going on right now online. I have see classes that I want to take people doing that are really good, like baking a cake class, or just things that are just fun to do. So just have fun in life. And if that fails, run the bath water and take a nice shower and read a book with candles. I mean, just feel good about yourself, because I know, Adelina, you were talking about being feminine, femininity too.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And another point that you started talking about was, just putting yourself out there. And I noticed that the people who are most successful is when you're intentional about putting yourself out there. You can't.
Mhm.
I've helped a few people, a few friends. I've mentioned this before. I would help them with their photos and their profile, and they were gung ho, and then they decide not to go online or post. So it's fear, insecurity, and all of the above. But if you're not out there,
Mhm.
I, you can't really expect that anybody's going to find you. And I found that, there's a couple of people I spoke to, and they were intentional about their search. And two of them that I know have found dates, and they're, it's just in the beginning stages, but at least they've started. And also, I like to encourage women to go on the coffee dates, because if you've been alone a long time, it gets you comfortable around men, just coffee, just a conversation. And don't be afraid. I mean, yes, be wise, yes, be careful, but don't be afraid to get out there, to get started, to put your best self out there. You never know.
Well, we could take ourselves for as an example, and stepping out and doing something different, because we have we have a market, we have a niche. Our niche market is people 40, 50, 60, 70 and beyond. And I know for myself, and I think you guys would say the same thing. You want people that identify with you, with what you're doing and what you're saying. So I think that getting out here and showing that we are the people that you are, and I think that just having this conversation is good. I don't know what do you think, Tracy?
I totally agree. Living organically, organically. I'm bringing out my inner Medea.
Come as you are.
I'm bringing it. Um, I'm listening to both of you too, and we do need to show up and show out. And I think what I won't say sets us apart, but the example. We are models of what it is like when then I'm going back to the inner work, because it's hard to step out in confidence when fear and insecurity has you paralyzed. Now, I would be the one that would say, do it afraid and whip it until it is no longer whipping you. However, I know that it still takes a different mindset, and that is so important. What what do you think about you as you are presenting yourself out there? Take an observer's point of view
Mhm.
and look at yourself as you're going out there. Are you the one that you would even be interested in? If so, yay. If not, that's okay. You get to rewrite the script of your life. You get to change it up however you want, so that if you are presentable for you
Mhm.
and you're feeling good, again, what's on the inside is coming out. And wherever you go with your confident self or your insecure, fearful self, there you are.
You are.
So you owe it to yourself to
Right.
do the work. And are we saying that we've done the work and we've arrived? No. I can vouch for each and every one of us. We are doing some work daily, even though we are married. Hey, it took some work, inner work today for me, even to show up, as I'm sure for my sisters it has been. It
Mhm.
starts within the heart and the mind. Because when you show up, you really want them to see that first instead of all of this. You are more than your body parts and your outer appearance.
Mhm.
It's nice, but at
Mhm.
the end of the day, things change.
Right. You're more than your body, you're your soul. And
Thank
that's why having that divine beauty is so important,
you. Yes.
because you don't want to age and be mad, age, have a bad attitude. It is not a pretty look.
Yeah.
It is not something someone wants to be around. So if you look in the mirror and you don't see what you like, or you see what you like, but you still could do better, because we all have opportunity and have room for improvement. So if you
Yes.
look in the mirror and you don't see what you like, then do something about it, because at some point it was something that you liked about yourself. And I,
Yes.
if it was a ponytail or a leg or yeah or a nose, it was something that you liked about yourself. Find that something and get back your rhythm and get your passion going, because your passion is part of your rhythm, right? It makes you move. I'm like always there. I'm always looking for improvement as myself, because and then you have to have patience with yourself. So embrace the aging experience and go out and have fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I'd like to add that we are here, just showing everybody and inspiring others that, there is hope. There there are things that you can attain. And collectively, with all of our experiences and our mistakes, we're here to share with you that it all can be done.
Mhm.
And, it's all possible. So, that's what we really want to share with you. It's possible in relationships, it's possible just in your life, in attaining other goals, things that you've been wanting to do. We've had our mistakes, we've had our ups and downs, divorces, uh, failures, what have you. That's a part of life. And we do get a lot of young folks who appreciate what we're saying too, because they're learning, they're taking notes. And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to share experiences with you, so that you can embrace your future and glow. So,
Right. And move with the spirit,
Amen.
and
Amen.
move with your flow and glow, and always remember to be your authentic self. Wherever you go, whatever you do, is important, especially our younger people, because they need to be inspired and motivated.
mhm.
And who better to do that than us? You know, so
Y'all, we have to address this because society has it to where when you hit that certain milestone age and you start showing a little bit of wear and tear, Oh, it's out to the pasture to be taken out. It goes back to what I said earlier. Are you that person that someone looks at you and they're like, you're miserable. I don't want to be anything like you. Or you
Mhm.
train somebody that when they hit those certain milestone ages or whatever, they too start running and panicking and, oh, I'm useless.
Mm-hmm.
Or are they happily receptive? You
Mm-hmm.
know what? When I grow up, I want to be just like you. I say this to you, men and women. Whether you want it or not, you have been drafted to be a model. And
That's
you
right.
are modeling to the young folks
Right.
how it is to age. Do you help them to look forward to their future, or do you help them to be terrified of it?
Mm.
This is
Mhm.
a self check. We have to do better.
Mhm.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And back in the day, women used to have like knitting circles or, that kind of community. And we're so isolated right now, and especially after COVID. But I think that this, like, we're nourishing a community here, and that's why people kind of like
Mhm.
to, come in and see what we're talking about. Because
Mhm.
as the elder stateswomen, we're just sharing experiences. Sometimes mothers and daughters don't talk; they don't have aunties to talk to. So we're kind of filling in that niche, folks. So we're
Right.
glad you're here.
And
Join.
glad to do it and look forward to many more things that are coming up. And we, if you have things that you're interested in hearing us talk about, because we're just having conversation. We're not trying to come at you as a supreme expert, even though we are. but but we're just having conversations. I've
Mhm.
been out here. I looked at something I wrote. I guess maybe 20 years ago. Uh, and I didn't know that we would, about social media, we would be in this place. But I wrote that I wanted to inspire mature women for in their health and fitness and on their personal goals. And
And
here
here
I am
you are.
saying, yeah. And I didn't, I said, wow, I wrote that.
Yeah.
20 years, well, it may have been more. It was 1999, so it could have been more than that. But
Wow.
so we never know where we'll be in life,
Right.
but our life experiences determine meaning in our life. And I think that sharing those experiences will help others. And you might know it already. You might just need a little knock on the shoulder. But
Reminder.
yeah, we have it. We're here.
Hmm. Yep. And we
So
enjoyed this time with y'all.
yeah.
Again, like Sheila, yeah, and I know Adelina feels the same. Drop what it is that you would love for us to talk about so we can
Mhm.
do some things and help out. That is what we're here for.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, we're always in the future going to talk about relationships because we know everybody, wants to hear about that. But there are so many life things, probably even menopause, post-menopause. Sheila, with the fitness, maybe things that you encounter with your clients. Just all across the gamut, we want to just reach people, men and women, and just share positive aging in every area. So stay with us, folks.
Yes. Do we have any questions? Does anybody see any questions or anything out there? I don't see any on my end.
Mhm.
I don't see any. No.
Mhm. If you are watching the replay, let us know it's a replay. And yes, feel free to drop comments. Does anybody have any final thoughts as I put up our social media handles?
I just wanted to remind people that they could get the T-shirts,
Oh, yes, that's right.
and for me personally, I have two books. One is all about the vets, a sharing of life experience for women of honor, and the other is Dear Blank. Are you missing your calling? If you can fill in the blank, then you need to read that book. And they're all on Amazon Kindle. You can read it on your pads. Okay.
All right. And you can find me at Fly on Instagram at Fly Granny BK, and on YouTube as the Fly Granny. And it's all about aging positively, fashion, style, relationships. And I think you're going to put the information below, right, Tracy?
It's already down there.
Okay, great.
Yep, it's already down there. And also, publisher of Unapologetically Gray. And yes, this is just one of the t-shirts. You can go to unapologeticallygray.com for the merch, and then also you can find the book on Amazon as well too. We have so enjoyed our time with you all, and we
Yeah.
hope to see you back here real soon.
So we had a great time.
Yes, yes. Thank you for joining.
Until then, mwah, smooches.
Bye, folks.